I just did a poll, you guys, and 45% of you want to know, is animation dying? You want me to answer it? Yeah. Yeah, it is. And you want to know why, right? So, the reason why it's dying is mostly because woke culture and AI. Both of them are to blame, alright? So, anyone that saw this Wish movie, that latest animated movie that everyone thinks is a big movie, is a big success, not really. Not based on the box office numbers, nope. Not for what I reckon. Because when I saw the trailer, what you guys seeing right now, it looks tacky. It looks so out of place. It looks like someone, slapped a freaking, application onto the characters. It looks so out of place. I don't know who did what exactly. I don't know why someone thought it was a good idea to do this animated movie. It's technically not. And I already know who designed all this. It's none other by the Walt Disney Company itself. And I'm not trying to backsass or backlashing Disney. Oh no. No, no, no. I mean, Disney, you did wonderful work. Yeah, back then. Back when you did Fantasia, Mulan, you know, Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast, Mickey Mouse, characters, and so many others. And what happened exactly? Did you lose, your ability? Did you lose your magic? Is that what happened? Because technically you kind of did, you know? So I miss seeing how animation used to be, you know? Not only Disney in general is losing business, but also DreamWorks, Sony, and maybe a few others. But the only people that can do better animation, and I'm going to say right now, is definitely coming from Japan. And Japan has the skill like no tomorrow. Like, if you guys seen this iconic work by Studio, I can't pronounce the last name, I'm sorry, I don't want to butcher it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's the one that did Kiki Delivery Service, The Boy and the Heron, the one that won Best Oscar. I gotta say, those animation is so well drawn, very well detailed, a good agenda of what they're aiming for. I love those kind of animated movies because Japan has a well detailed animation, outline of what they're looking for in that film. And I give props to the lead animator because he knows how to do stories left and right. I give props to him. He's iconic. And to compare to other animation movies I've seen, I can say that like How to Train Your Dragon, Brave, maybe Anastasia and Thumbelina, and of course Titan AE is in that category of good animation as well. I know people probably tell me like, oh, but Maggie, those animations not well drawn. They all look like they're all computerized. Not technically. Like I can tell for the start, for example, like I can tell by Titan AE it was definitely computerized, but it was not really 3D. It was more leaning towards 2D, because 2D it was more like, yes, it was like a little wonky here and there, but it had that kind of pull to it because they were inspired by space, if you guys think about it. And to tell you the truth, a lot of people are just inspired by the detail of how the galaxy looks like, and it says in the bonus feature, you guys, if you guys watch it, I highly recommend it. And those who do not know that animation is not only just computer or hand drawn, and there's different styles of it if you guys think about it. Like when you guys seen Tim Burton's iconic animated movie, it's mostly made out of clay. Like The Corpse Bride, right? And Wallace and Gromit and Coraline and The Night Before Christmas. You guys know that it is clay animation. That bad boy takes a freaking long time. And to tell you the truth, I did clay animation for a film project a long time ago when I was in college. that bad boy takes years, and I mean freaking years to get that done. And I'm not talking about, the whole location or the whole like scenery. No, no, no. I'm talking about the bad boy making them move. Like it takes a freaking long time just to make one single hand movement, a single head gesture to make it move from left to right, up and down, side to side, all these shebang, especially to make them walk. I'm not joking. Like, if you guys seen the behind the scenes for any of these clay animations, especially Chicken Run, like the sequel, that bad boy took nearly freaking during the pandemic until they had to like get it done during this year. Holy crap, it's a long time, you guys. I'm not kidding, you know? And when it comes to the Corpse Bride, like it takes detail, especially they want to make fabric for the characters, like for Emily the Corpse Bride, to Victor, to Victoria, to the parents and the in-laws. It's insane, it's not that easy. And then they later had to digitalize it to make them talk, but the clay animation, boy, it took a long time. And for Coraline, it's the same thing. It's the same damn thing. It's crazy. You think that clay animation is like easy. It's not. Try buying a clay from Michaels and tell me what you guys think. Because try making a hand and try to like make it by frame by frame by frame by making it squeeze something or touch something or holding something or pretending you're cutting a food or something. That bad boy takes a long time, and I love that kind of style of animation. I prefer that maybe over being computerized by AI, because this is how animation is supposed to be, because it has that quality, that texture, and it has that appeal to it, because it's such an iconic idea that people come up with these kind of things. Yes, it takes years, but at least they get it done, you know? And I can tell, like, some of my friends who tell me that they're trying to do, like, animation. Like, I've seen some of my friends that try to tell me that they try to make video games. That's another thing. When it comes to doing, things on YouTube and you want to, like, say, like, oh, I'm making a video game. And I was like, okay. And I'd say, like, okay, that's fine. But do you know it takes a long time, right? You can't just say like, "Oh, I just made a video game." I'm saying, do you know how to make a video game? And I'm not being a harsh critic, you guys. I'm not. But hear me out. Do you know that video games making alone takes a long process? Like, it's not just I put a picture and I put big, gigantic fonts so people can hardly see it. That doesn't work that way. I mean, my personal take, because I've seen a lot of animated movies, both clay and hand drawn animations, you need to make sure to know the coding. The coding takes a long, long time, and it's a lot of process. As you guys can see from I'm showing the video, that these bad boys right here, these computerized, they have everything coded and labeled, and it's not just like body facial expression or their hands being coded in. It's also based on their hair, how they flip it, how the movement is done. Everything is coded in. It's not just, oh, let me put a picture and a text and I call it a video game. It's not. And those who are thinking that I'm being a bad critic, don't quote me on that. I'm just telling like it is, because I'm not being mean, I'm not being harsh. I'm just saying that's how it's supposed to be. Animation is very long process to get things done, especially when it comes to video games. You make sure you get well detailed and well made, and make sure it's very well done made. I'm not saying you cannot make video games. You can do whatever you want. I'm not stopping you. I'm just saying that you need to work on making very good quality made video games or better quality content to make sure you get what you're aiming for. Don't just say it's a video game and then it looks all sloppy and out of place. So keep an eye on that, okay? Hear me out on that, alright? But other than that, I gotta say, like, the reason why I had a bad feeling that this animation, you know, whole thing in general industry is dying is because we had to deal with people taking art from other people, and I don't like that. This is why we have copyright infringement, and this is why we had to be careful of these kind of things. You cannot take someone else's drawing and make it your own. There's a thing called originality, and that is why me and my husband Caim, we're artists here, and I can tell you guys who are watching this video are artists too. But if you want to do drawing, practice, alright? Definitely practice on making things original. Draw your own characters. Like, I'm going to show you a sample of my work, even though some of it is not, you know, like part of this whole Disney kind of like characters, but at least I try looking at tutorials, and that's the key here, folks. If you want to practice drawing, that's a thing where you're seeing a lot of videos on YouTube, and I highly recommend it. Try doing tutorials, try to like learn from them, and then you practice drawing on your own because you gotta learn all these kind of functions in order to get things done, and that's how animators do it themselves. That's how they have these wonderful stories. That's why they decide to create all these little gadgets and gizmos and plenty. Not to quote on Ariel on that, by the way, but that's how I learned how to draw. That's why I buy all these wonderful books, not sponsored by the way, but dedicated to Christopher Hart. He is an iconic cartoonist, and he helped me draw all these wonderful, cute characters I've been drawing, as you guys can see. And if you guys see my husband's drawing as well, my husband is such an iconic artist as well. And you guys should check out his blog post. I'll leave the link down below so you guys can check it out. Alright? And you guys, I gotta say that our drawings compared to other people are way different. So you gotta understand, like, not everyone has to be a perfect artist. I'm not saying you have to be like Picasso, Da Vinci, or the Malo, or, you know, I'm just saying just draw whatever you feel like is creative. I'm just thinking that if you want animation to be in the big screen, my personal view on it, I just think that you need to practice a lot more and take your time with it. And if you want to create your own animation thing, go right ahead. But making sure that AI doesn't like interfere with your work, I highly recommend it. All right. To just end it right now, to conclude this video right now, I want to say, what's your favorite animated movie? And if you want to know about animation, comment below what you guys think. All right. So if you guys really enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you guys are new to the channel and you part of my Help by Club, you have to smash and punch the subscribe button and notification bell. And you guys need to contact me. You can always contact me on my Twitter, my Instagram, my blog post, my Pinterest, my Discord, my Twitch. And of course, as well, like I said, please check out my beloved husband, Caim Kindra, and he's a phenomenal writer, you guys. He's a phenomenal author, alright? And artist. I love you, honey. So, this is your Help by leader, Maggie Negan, the Walking Dead Fango 27 signing off. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.